What is up, DTube, Steem blockchain? So I was reading a great post from Steemit account Rok-sivante. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that username. I hope I got it correct. But he wrote a great post about how to not lose $2 million in crypto. And it was a long post going very detailed into that story. And I want to add on my own sort of story to this. So I lost on the Steem blockchain. I lost around $7,000 on it. Now I took a bank account or I took a bank loan. So in a way, that value was not something that I had worked for. So losing it all again, it really became a learning experience. So I want to add on my own sort of story on that because, well, this story is kind of great, and probably, and it's one of these things in this kind of space where I think people sort of wanna, like, when new people are gonna come into this industry, we probably want them to not make the same mistakes, but people are probably going to repeat stuff. So I want to add on my story, so maybe it helps at least one person to not do the same thing. So one of the things I sort of learned from, so I came in just at the peak, and one thing you're gonna learn like about these peaks is that there is, like, during like a bull phase or something like that, it's almost impossible to spread real information because it's just such a frenzy. And I remember January 2018, it was even getting accounts on exchanges and getting crypto in your hand, it was almost impossible. I mean, you had a waiting time of like 6 months just to get on an exchange. And so this industry has been here for like 10 years and we don't even have exchanges access, and we tried to get away from exchanges. So you can see like all the fuck ups where it's like, yeah, things are going way slower than what it actually should be going. For example, we are so far away from getting away from exchanges, and even if we're gonna have like a so-called bull run again, we're still sort of stuck with these scammy exchanges that only has the margin. They have the margin to advertise crypto to the mainstream masses, but then the crypto sort of gets locked up into these exchanges, and you're sort of stuck on these exchanges. So, well, I took a bank loan. So first I started to do some videos on YouTube January 2018, and I think my second video, oh wow, $150. That's great. It's like I can make like, or I think it was, first I thought it was like $600 or something like that on a post. So I was like running the numbers and it was like, whoa, that's like $30,000 in 30 days if you pull off the same. And it almost looked a little bit too good to be true. And it was at this BitConnect sort of phase. You could go on YouTube and you saw this like crazy BitConnect guy. I do think that video was up then, and it was really interesting because it was like, it was so much emotional hype and it was almost too good to be true. But then I waited 7 days, I got the payment of maybe like $150 for a day, or it was a few days, I think. It was a few days. I think I got maybe $600 or $700 in a week or so, and I saw the payments coming out and I saw, wow, this actually works. And then being the gambler that I am, or I'm not actually a gambler, but well, in terms of like trying to find opportunities to make more value, then I kind of am a gambler in some ways. So I saw that value sort of coming in, and then I made a quick decision. Okay, let's take like $7,000 bank loan, and I started to pump it first into Bitcoin. I think it was, how much could it be? Maybe it was a little bit more than half a Bitcoin. And then when the Steem price was around $4.50, I decided to pump all into it. I made like a so-called value judgment, and it was like you started to see these posts on the Steem blockchain that was talking a little bit. Oh, we're going to $100 this year, or like, oh, easy $30, like easy. We easily going to $30. So I sort of made a value judgment, and it was like it was up to like $8, and then that was such a FOMO time, and then it started to go down a little bit, $4.50, and that is when I decided to buy 1,300 Steem for $7,000. Wow, what a deal! Now, if I look back at this, well, I don't regret the decision because I sort of made a value judgment where I sort of looked at it from, well, I'm willing to lose it all if it doesn't go well. And I'm kind of happy that it did not go so well, because if it would have gone up to like $100, that would probably have made me even more ignorant and like more dumb. So in some ways, I'm sort of glad that it went worse, that it like kept on going down, uh, because that gave me like a learning experience. So I was looking at this like, okay, $150. Okay, I can make $7,000 in what is that, like 2 months? So it didn't really look that risky, and I think just the interest alone that started to roll out was around, from just inflation, was like $150 monthly or something like that. So the loan didn't look that high. It did look like a pretty good deal. But like afterwards, you start to see that, well, if you take a loan, then that needs to be repaid plus tax. So you're playing in this old system, and you're trying to, you have these two systems, and the old system is like twice as expensive, like if you want to pay back, and it's just like it becomes so messy. So it was like you really get a great learning experience about value. And I probably had a lot more FOMO also in, because, well, you did not really have that much time to sort of react or sort of learn about the crypto industry. So I was like, okay, spend first and then learn later. And took around 6 months just to understand this Steem blockchain, the blockchain concepts. I mean, it really takes around 6 months to really start to understand all of it, like kind of how it works, and so much trial and error. And then I also had a few, I think in 2018 there was a few one of these deals where it was like, oh, throw $500 in this coin, and it went to zero. Oh, throw $500 in this coin, it went to zero. So it was like, it happened like maybe 4 or 5 times, and then you start to sort of, you become a little bit more skeptical, or you really starting to dive a little bit deeper into, okay, what actually creates value, like what is it like that people actually should be focusing on, and really trying to look at it more from a long-term aspect. And this year, 2019, I've really been starting to look at it more from a long-term aspect, and just try to earn crypto daily, sort of the right way, and not even care about like curation rewards or anything like that, and then just like see how it goes. And having this more long-term approach, where instead of just buying crypto right now, I invest a lot in like computing power, faster devices, faster computers, faster smartphones, and then can start to churn out a little bit of profit, a little bit of ROI, but keeping it more steady and like observing it from a daily basis. And yeah, and this year I also found some great YouTubers which are way more which are way more wise and making like 1 hour videos, being almost like skeptical of everything, but still sort of looking at the industry and being more of a realist. And I think we need more of these realist people making videos, and because it really helps me when I can watch those videos and have like greater mentors. And yeah, so yeah, that was like a failure. $7,000. Bye bye. Never, and you're never really gonna see it again, right? You kind of like have to let it go, and then sort of look at, the long-term aspect, and like really try to understand value deeper, and try to sort of stay grounded in reality. And that's a that's a big challenge in this industry, because people have bags and they want them to go up, right? And so yeah, so that's my story. $7,000. Bye bye 2018. And yeah, so I wanted to share that a little bit quick. It was my first like big financial loss in life. And yeah, you can really learn a lot from failures, both watching failures more and watching success more. So that's sort of what I'm gonna try to do. So you should really go read this story from Rok-sivante on the Steem blockchain. And it has a title, how to not lose $2 million in crypto. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Have a great day, Steem blockchain and DTube. Bye bye.